Good. Good morning. Namaskar. Let me get myself set up. And thank you for joining me for this morning's yoga. Just to put my ears in. Right, here we are. Good morning. Namaskar. So these yoga classes are the beginning to the yoga art therapy that I've been taking part in. I'm Kate, and I'm a yoga teacher for the last 40 years, and particularly I focus on the way that yoga practices, the asanas, they help us to be able to regulate and modify our emotions in the way that the hormones work through our body and so on. What I've been doing the last few days is I've got some artwork behind me that I want to put it up for us. Let me just think where I can stick it. I think I can put one just here. So these two pieces are something I've been working on when the yoga class is finished. And so I'll just put one of them here for us for today. Yes, you can see that. That's good. So the idea is that connecting to nature that's around, the plants and so on, and starting to get a sense of how nature works. Yeah, I'll pop that one back in here for us. Yeah. Then not only are we able to see the way that yoga postures are created, but also it helps us to start to regulate or to feel like we're part of this amazing nature around us and to imbibe some of the qualities of that, which we'll talk more about as we go. In the meantime, I'm keeping the artwork here just to help to inspire you if you feel like doing any kind of painting or creating after your yoga. Let's start with the mantra Bhavanam, Kevalam. So we begin the yoga class always with connecting to that that's around us. And I use the mantra Bhavanam, Kevalam, which means all is love, all is one universal consciousness. Bhavanam, Kevalam, Bhavanam. So we'll sit for meditation. For those of you who have never done it before, we sit with our back up straight, eyes closed. If you're able to sit in a half lotus or bringing the second leg up into full lotus, with your eyes closed, imagine that you're seated high upon a mountain. Family and friends are far, far below. All around is the vastness of the universe. And connecting your mind, your heart, to that sense of oneness, of love, creativity that emanates through that universal mind that expands beyond the horizon on all sides surrounding you, above, below, in front, behind, to the left and right. As you breathe in, feel that connection between your heart, your thoughts, your emotions, and that sphere of cosmic consciousness, of love, of oneness. It's expanding beyond the horizon, all around, until that sphere of love, of connection, has encompassed the entire planet. Imagine all hearts are beating as one heart, all minds are thinking as feeling and feeling as one mind. Use the mantra Bhavanam Kevalam. All is love, all is one. To create the essence of oneness, of unison upon the planet. Feeling that sphere of love, of compassion growing beyond the planet, through the solar system, encompassing and touching the moon, the planets, the stars, the sun, reaching to the furthermost areas of our solar system, through the time and space that extends beyond our solar system to the furthermost reaches of our Milky Way galaxy. Feel the infusion of that love, that creative oneness, stretching through time and space, beyond our galaxy to the furthermost reaches of the entire universe. Allow your mind and your heart, your thoughts, every atom molecule of your being to merge and dissolve into that vast universal ocean of love and light that surrounds and infuses every aspect of your being. Use the mantra Awaken. Feel oneself merging and dissolving into that vast cosmic oneness, like a droplet merging itself and dissolving back into the ocean of love and light. Sit quietly for a few moments, meditating on that ocean of oneness. you're ready, we'll finish our meditation with a song. Quiet place deep inside of me. Feel the love all around me. I've never been alone since I've known there's a place where I can go, where love is all around. Since I found how to hear that sweetest sound. Baba Nam, Baba Nam, love is everywhere. Love is everywhere. Okay, so let's start our yoga practices for today. See that some of you want to see this painting. Just flip it over on this side of the garden behind. La, 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 la. So, a little bit about the art of these two, and then I'll incorporate that into the yoga. They're both grevillea flowers. I was talking about it yesterday. So, a grevillea flower starts very small and held in a tight space, much like this one. And eventually, as this stamen, I think it's called, as it comes up and it gets pollinated, then the base of the flower, or this area, becomes the seed for the next flower. And spending a lot of time in the garden, in nature, I've been watching and thinking about how every flower also has its own essence, or you could say even its own mind. And most yoga postures come from drawing from the movement of animals. I'm really interested now for those of us who are able to start to extend our thinking to encompass everything, which is what Neo Humanism means. It means to understand the connection between animals, plants, humans, and the consciousness that exists through nature and the interrelatedness of that. I'm interested to bring some of that sense of Neo Humanism, particularly as it arises in our meditation, in our yoga, to bring that back into art and use that as a therapy, really, to start to investigate and discover what we are, what we're holding, or what we're resonating with as we do our yoga practices. So there's more about that on YouTube. And what we're going to do now is actually do the yoga practices. I'm a little bit in the dark because that sun's rising, but we'll see how we go. We're sitting with our legs crossed, hands behind our back, and very much like these flower stamens, these little flowers, the grevilleas, we're going to start with a crunched over feeling. So we'll take our left hand and hold it with the right hand, breathe in, and then as we're breathing out, we'll go into that space of holding with the breath. Exhale for 8 counts and dropping the head down, and feel yourself to be holding the entire essence of yourself in this tight and closed space. And then as you breathe in, stretch the neck, the head, the shoulders, and breathe in and up as if you're awakening yourself and starting to recognize or realize that potential. And then let's go back down, over, and hold to that tight and closed position. 2, 3, 4. So we count this for 8 counts. 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in and lift up. Then we'll do this 8 times all together. So coming down, over, exhale and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just feel if there's any areas of the body that are tight. Breathe light and warmth into those areas as you breathe in, come up. And then we'll take the affirmation, I am able to exist in my fullest potential. And breathing out, coming over, forward and down. Exhale fully, dropping the head down. And release any tension or tightness in the body, also in the mind, as you hold for 8 counts. 5, 6, 7, 8. And breathe in with the affirmation, I am my fullest potential. And breathing out, forward, down, and hold for 8 counts. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in. I am my fullest potential. We'll swap the legs over so we can stretch through the opposite thigh. Exhale, forward and down, releasing any negativity in the mind. Just notice any limitations in your thoughts or emotions as you drop forward onto the mat and hold 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, coming up. I am my fullest potential. And exhale, dropping forward, down, releasing any tension or tightness. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in that light, that warmth with the sense I am my fullest potential. Breathing out, forward, down, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. And last time, breathing in and coming up. So we'll do a half-hour session today together. And as a warm-up, let's do our Surya Namaskar, or our salute to the sun. So standing up at the top end of your mat, stretching through and standing up. We'll do our Namaskar, breathing in and that full extension. So feeling I am imbibing my fullest, my greatest potential, breathing in, stretching back, looking towards the sky, feeling that connection between yourself and the universe above. Come forward to Namaskar. And we're going to stretch right forward, out, and drop right down onto the mat. And just like the seed in its earliest position, we'll wrap our arms, catching your elbows, wrap the arms around the head. And feel that sheltered position. Feeling the head is encased with a sense of love and protection from yourself. Dropping from the spine. Breathing through the back of the legs and the hips. We put our hands down next to the feet. We put the front leg back. So in my case, that's my right leg going right back down into a long stretch. Foot between the hands, nice long stretch, and dropping the knee down. Hands onto the knee, and again we'll do that extension. So bringing the arms right up over the head, stretching right back. Feel that stretch through the thighs. And breathing in that sense of opening and connection to the universe above. And arms coming down onto the mat. Engage the back foot. Both feet back and hold in plank. Finding that balance through the body. And we're going to push back into The feet really are pushing on the mat. You've got your buttocks up and then coming through, drop the knees down, stretch through and lift up into cobra. And again, feeling that extension of the mind and the body towards the universe above. Hold. And coming down, engaging the toes, we lift up and push right back into the feet. Nice long down dog position. Feel as if your vertebrae is hanging down from the tailbone, lengthening the spine, widening the hips and the shoulders, and bringing that right foot through between the hands. So lift and pull through. Nice long extension. And then drop the knee down onto the mat. Point the toe, hands on the knees. Going to bring our arms right up, stretching back and full extension through the hip. Getting that connection between self and the universe. And bring the hands down, lift the other leg through, dropping the head and cradle. Again, hanging from the base of the spine, hanging down over the toes. Relax the shoulders, the neck. And long arms forward, coming up, stretching back. And namaskar. Let's do that one more time on the opposite side. So namaskar, arms up, stretching back. Long extension forward. Dropping the head down, hands over the head, cradling the crown of the head. Just for a moment, feel yourself to be like a seed full of potential, holding and waiting in a dormant position. And hands down by the feet. I'm going to drop and push the left leg back this time into a long lunge. Drop that knee down, point the foot, hands up over the head, and looking up towards the universe. Feel that full extension and all that potential inside the body. Stretch through. And hands down. Engage the back toe. Right foot back into plank. Finding that space of balance. And we're going to lift the buttocks up. Push right back into the feet, bending the knees. And dropping the knees down. Pushing through and sliding up into cobra. Engaging the toes, pushing back into down dog. And bringing that left foot back through between the hands. Nice long lunge. Drop the knee to the ground, point the toe. And hands coming up over the head. Hold. Lean back. And bringing the hands down. Right foot through, cradling the head. And stretching forward, up and back. Namaskar. Okay, let's do a spinal twist together, shall we? So coming down onto the mat. We'll start with Gomak Asana first. One leg on the side, the other leg over the top. Opposite arm to leg coming under and stretching, sitting straight ahead and hold. Now this is a posture that helps us. It stretches and opens the heart, which means the parathyroid are all being. And as we hold this opening of the chest, it creates a sense of patience. And also it's a very good posture, the way that we're using opposite arms to leg. It creates a connection between the left and right hemispheres, which often don't talk to each other. And sitting still in this space, so that means our creativity and our intellect are talking to each other. And it helps us to untie knots in our thinking or in our emotions. So this position is particularly good if we feel that our mind has a duplicitous tendency, or the tendency for hypocrisy. This is called Gomakasana, or the cow's head posture. So if you're feeling that your thinking, your speaking, and your actions are not aligned, and so finding that it's difficult to speak once, this is a very good posture for overcoming that tendency of duplicity, hypocrisy, or also shyness. And we release and let go. And it's called the cow's head posture, or Gomakasana, because it looks a little bit, you can imagine these are little ears down low on the heads, on the face of the cow. These are the lips of the cow, and then the head and the arm become like the horns on the cow. Docile creatures, very simple-minded, and they don't use any cunning. They just gently serve. They serve society with their milk, and they serve each other with their very strong maternal, motherly instincts. So looking straight ahead, eyes slightly above your eye line, and fixing the mind on a point ahead. This helps to strengthen the mind. And notice your thoughts. If it's hard to hold the mind steady, this posture also helps with concentration. And release. Okay, and from this position we can easily go into the spinal twist. So keeping this leg under and just shifting the body to looking over the leg. You can catch the knee, push it back with your arms, and if you want to, you can keep your arm on your shoulder to push that knee back and twist around. Otherwise, come down, catch the foot, lift that front arm, and twist and nip around. Again, you're using opposite arm to leg. And feel that tension in the base of the spine coming up through the body, as if the spine of the body is like the trunk. And that by stretching around, we're putting flexibility all through that solid and foundational section of the body. Twisting the spine and allowing flexibility into our thinking. And then we release, and we'll do the same on the other side. So the opposite foot under, the other leg coming over, and then opposite arm to leg. Here I have my right leg up, my right knee is up, so I'm using my left elbow to come in front and push it back. And then I can catch my foot and twist around and hold. And this arm comes right around the back. and catches my waist on the other side. And release. We'll go on into, we'll finish today's class with Dirga Pranam. Dirga Pranam is an exercise of offering or greeting of the mind. Like Surya Pranam, which is greeting to the sun, Dirga Pranam is long offering. So what I like to do is imagine in my hands, I'm catching all the colors of my mind. That means during the meditation, during the yoga class, sitting still in postures and noticing how my mind's thinking, different thoughts that may be based in fear or envy or greed or shame or pride, different kind of emotions that might be coming to the surface to do with external circumstances or internal processing. As they come to the mind, I start to think of those, each thought, as a colorful flower. And then taking the color of each one, I can imagine in my hands I'm holding an entire bouquet of flowers. And then using affirmations that I'd like to connect my mind with purity and love to the universe, and I make an offering of all of these different emotions and thoughts. I offer these back to the universe. So that's the affirmation or the ideation of this particular yoga exercise. And we sit up on our toes. So the feet are sitting underneath the buttocks. And you can sit, I'll do it this way so you get a better sense here. You can sit on the toes in either prayer position, down flat, or up on the top with the balls of the feet on the mat, or you can even curl your toes under. And then we bring our arms up over the head. Feel I am connecting myself to that universal oneness, and then extending the body with the elbows next to the ears, forward, down, and out. And feel in my hands, I'm holding all the colors of my mind, like a bouquet of beautiful flowers, and I'm offering these flowers back to that universal consciousness. Hold for 8 counts. Breathe in, coming up. So this is a beautiful way to surrender and remove any kind of negativity, especially if there's any feeling of shame or guilt, remorse in the mind. This is a beautiful exercise to help to dispel that feeling and feel, okay, I want to make a connection, reconnect myself to that greater self, whether that's an external sense of cosmic oneness or an internal sense of my greatest and highest being. We bring our arms up and feel I'm connecting my small self with that universal consciousness. And then exhale, dropping our head onto the mat, and feel, and I'm offering all the colors of my mind, all the limitations of my thought, I'm offering back to that cosmic consciousness. And breathe in, arms up, and I'm connecting myself. We do this 8 times, so another 6 times to go. Breathing out and hold. Exhale fully. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And breathe in. Using the affirmation, I am my greatest self. I'm connecting to my universal self, that universal oneness. And exhale, any limitations of my mind, any tightness or tension in my body, I release with the sense of an offering all the colors of my mind. 6, 7, 8. Breathe in, and I reconnect myself to that universal oneness. Breathing out, exhale, forward and down, allowing myself to connect to that universal oneness. Breathe in, and breathing out. Exhale and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in and breathing out. Forward, down, hold. 2, 3, 4. Releasing any tension, any limitations in the body and in the mind. 6, 7. Breathe in, come up, and breathing out. Forward, down, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fully exhale. Breathe in, and our last time. Breathing out, forward, down, and hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in, come up, and arms down. Okay, so to finish, we massage ourselves, starting with the top of the head, and I won't do the entire massage today. We'll just do a very brief massage. Start with the top of the head, massaging through the hair, across the forehead, under the eyes, down the side of the nose, across the mouth, under the chin, and then coming around the throat. And in a light source that keeps changing. Dropping the arm, massaging through one of the shoulders, right down through the hands and into the palms of the hands and the fingers. And I will do a class just on self-massage and the benefits of massaging through the soft parts of the body, particularly the joints of the arms and the legs, coming right round the back and then through the tummy, and why it's important to do self-massage after our yoga class. And the reason for this is that the whole endocrine system is situated particularly in the soft parts of the joints. So around the lymph nodes are all inside and around the shoulders, coming down the side of the throat, and under the knees, in the front part of the thighs. And so when we massage these, we're creating, we're helping to detox our bodies actually. So self-massage is a fabulous way to finish yoga and meditation. And then we lie down flat on our backs and do a visualization. So lying down after yoga, relaxing on the mat, feeling that oneness, that connection between yourself and the universe. And then we can do a visualization. Starting from the toes and imagining your body relaxing and releasing any tensions and tightness as light and warmth moves from the feet up through the ankles into the hips. Through the torso, relaxing each of the vertebrae in the spine, through the waist, into the chest, into the back, and right up into the shoulders. And again, starting with the fingertips, releasing, relaxing the hands, wrists, elbows, and shoulders. Feel that light and warmth coming up through the arms, into the shoulders, the neck, and then into the face. So that from the top of the head, right down to the toes, the tip of the toes, feel your body is released and relaxed from all tensions and tightness. As you breathe in love, warmth, and oneness. And as you breathe out, release any tension in the body. And I'll leave you here today, relaxing on your mats. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you want to see how to then take the creativity that's awakening in yourself as you do your yoga postures, and that awareness, self-awareness that comes through with the emotions and looking at the mind in that still quiet space, and transferring that into artworks. So I've got some videos up already about that, and I'll be working more on that today, and I'll continue to bring the art to the class of the inspiration that's coming out of yoga and how to channel that energy into something creative like painting, writing, dancing, etc. My name's Kate. If I can do it, we can do it. Let's get healthy and wealthy together. Namaskar, and thank you for joining me.